Hey everybody, welcome back to the Rock Room. This week we took a little trip. We were going to go joint effort with Soul, the adventurous. She was coming into town to look for some Wisconsin Moonstone, and then her plans fell through. She wasn't able to come. So me and Brenda just went out ourselves looking for this beautiful Wisconsin Moonstone. If you ever want to go looking for Moonstone, Central Wisconsin Moonstone, like that beauty right there, you can book a trip. It's $40. You can get 20 pounds. You can get more than 20 pounds, but they give you 20 pounds for your $40 entry fee. And if you pick extra and you want to pay for it, you can pay for the extra. So, so stuff like that. Right? That friggin' nice or what? So yeah, guaranteed it's not all like this. But you do have an opportunity to take what you pick because it's in a farm field. So you pick it, you take it over to the wash station, you wash it up. And this one, again, is really nice. Really nice. So yeah, so you can pick a bunch up, take it over to the wash station, wash it up. And if there's pieces in there you don't want, they got little buckets. You throw it in there like you don't want it and go back and pick more. The hours are from 10 till 4, so you got like 6 hours to search and pick and find out what you want. Me and Brenda picked 47 pounds or 48 pounds in an hour. Probably an hour and 15 minutes, and then the 15 minutes to wash the stuff up. Just so I didn't wash it up to look for it because I know what I'm looking for. I've done this before, but to wash it up and just get the dirt off it, so you're not paying for dirt. You know, pay for rocks, you can pay for rocks. So yeah, I say come to frickin' Wausau, pick this beautiful Moonstone. It's great stuff. So
good morning, everybody. I'm with Wisconsin Rockstalker.
Where I want to meet him.
And we're going to pick Wisconsin Moonstone. We thought we better because it's close to home. Well, we're here and we're ready to go. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
And this is a pit a lot of the stuff is coming from.
Feel free to spread out down here a little bit. So as you can see right here, like I'm standing on a chunk of the cyanite that makes up this whole big statine pluton out here. And then these are some of the veins of pegmatite that are coming up through here. And this one's a good 4 feet wide, comes through here. So as you can see all this rock here, this is all pegmatite going this way yet. More up that way. Even underneath him, it's going this way. There's a bunch more little ones over here. That's why there's so much moose on this field. There's little cracks and these pegmatites popping up all over the place. And you see them too, you come in, if you come look around from different angles, you see the blue pops all over the place. There's 2 massive crystals right here, one big blue one and one big white one. Some idiot here put a chisel right down in the middle of it. Might have been me, but feel free to go around, pick up some rocks.
This is a fairly pretty piece. You have to see it just right. And another piece, you can see the flash. Whoa, it doesn't want to focus. This is a good piece. It's a big piece with a lot of flash in it. Very cool. Here's another good piece with a lot of flash in it. And big. And my find, this thing is huge with a lot of flash. Very cool stuff. Everybody's washing rocks, scrubbing up to see what they have.
Here we are back from that Moonstone dig. And there's the Moonstone we collected. I know it's kind of tough to see flashing it right now. You can see it, but once we wash it off, soak it in iron out for 24 hours, you'd be surprised at what it'll look like. I'll wash some off and show you some close-ups on some good ones. Okay, I just picked through, and like I say, these haven't been totally clean, but you can already see the blue flash. Okay, here's another one. I gotta turn this around and get some direction on it. I know the sun's kind of non-existent with the Canadian smoke, but yeah, really good piece. You can see it on the back there through that black caliche that goes in between the layers. Here's another one. You see with that black scum on there, it's tough to see, but you can definitely see that blue is underneath the whole face there. And of course we got some small pieces too, some good color. And then of course some with this more of a silver flash, or a gray than the deep blue. So you get a nice mix. So there's the bucket. Now we will fill it up with water and add our iron out, and we'll soak them overnight, 24 hours, see what they look like with all the crap off of them. Alrighty, here's the Moonstone all ironed out. You can see it looks a lot different than it did yesterday. You can see some flash on that. You know, this is all dry now because I just got done with the bottom side's wet. But yeah, this is all not all of it. This is the stuff that is harder to see the flash on. But you cut it open, and you know, the stuff you have to work for the flash. It's in there, but you got to work for it. So in these buckets, we have the good stuff. So I'll start showing you what some of this looks like, or can look like. Okay, there's a piece. You can see the nice flash in there. Alright, here's a nice piece with some real dark blue. You can see that dark blue in there. Now at the other side. A lot of these, sometimes it'll have flash in more than one plane too, so you gotta kind of look at them pretty good. But yeah, it's got some real good looking blue in there. Okay, here's a blue one. Got some see the blue flash, and on the other side it's blue at one angle, and then you turn it to a different angle and you get this camera's not picking it up, but you get this real silver flash, and you can see the translucency of some of these pieces. It's kind of what I look for. It seems to have, when I cut this and polish it, it seems to have the brightest flash when you get them translucent like this, more crystally than anything. Okay, here's another piece. See that bright blue. Of course, on the back side, you know, it's going right through. And they say a lot of times you'll see this on some different planes. They'll have different colors. see, it almost kind of looks more like a purple up there. The purplish looking color. But yeah, beautiful piece. Okay, here's another one, and again you can see that beautiful blue in there. Okay, here's another one that has that more. The camera doesn't pick up the silver flash. You can see a light blue, but it's really, you know, these very translucent. If you see up here on the top, these very translucent pieces. They have this beautiful gray silver flash to them, rather than it's a brighter. It's not the bright blue, but it's a brighter flash, and it's visible from more angles. But when it's rough like this, it's hard for the camera to pick it up. But yeah, this is a really good piece right here. Okay, here's another piece. And yeah, you can see like at different angles. I don't know if the sun, if I'm shouldn't be out in the sun, or I should be in the shade. Let me look in the shade here, see if this is any better. No, well, you can kind of see it. I don't know if that's helping at all. Seems like no matter what you do, I'm fighting some kind of reflection. But yeah, this is obviously a bright blue one here. Now this one's way off to the side here. You can see that again. It's more of a bluish gray, and again very translucent. And when you cut this, you know, to get this to, since you're having to look at such a, oh, we just had it there. But since you're having to look at such an extreme angle to see the blue, like right there, so that's kind of the plane where you're going to want to cut this more at an angle. If you look at it from the side, you're going to want to cut it more like that. So this, which is right there, when you look at it, it'll flatten it out more. Here's another one. This is one with some pretty bright blue and dead on. Yeah, you can just see it's just about dead straight on with the flash. I can see. And so if you like kind of look at where, you know, at this direction it's flashing here, here, and here, and then you turn it over and the flash kind of moves, you can start to see some of that purple flash up there. There's a good, see, wherever you go at different angles, it's different flash points on it. So there's a bright bluish purple on that. And there's another good one. Now if you see right there, look at right there, that kind of gives you a look of that the silvery flash, more so than the, let's see if I can get the blue to show up a little better. So yeah, so some directions it'll shine blue. Oh, there we go. It'll shine this blue, and then in other ways it shines this gray silver. So definitely always interesting to work on it, where you're kind of looking for different cleaves to figure out how you might want to polish it. But Yeah, it's got some good flash going on in there. Okay, here's a piece too, and this is straight on. You know, if you look, the flash is straight on to you. So this is actually broke off in a good direction, but I know the camera's having a hard time picking it up, but you can see the different colors. So there's a little purple going on right up in there, and then this grayish silver that, like I say, the camera just doesn't want to pick it up. It just picks up this blue, but yeah, cool looking piece. Of course, the iron out didn't get all the black scum off of it, but kind of gives you a place where to start. All right, now here's a little one here. See, it's got some real bright flash. Oh, look at that, how bright that gets there. So yeah, like I say, depending on the angles where you're cutting it or looking at it, that's why it's kind of neat, because it looks like just an ordinary stone. You just get in that right place and she just comes alive. Now here, this is one, again, you're seeing a little bit of blue, but there's a lot of gray that it's just not picking up, like a gray and a silver in there. Oh, I just had it there for a second. Oh, there we go. But yeah, you just got to kind of move it around. And so when you're picking this stuff in the mud, and that's kind of what you're picking, this stuff is out of, like, you know, it's pretty freaking wet and muddy. You just got to kind of know the shape, kind of know what you're looking for. There's other rocks that look real similar to this, so, you know, they got wash stations there, so you can grab a bunch, and then you can see that color right there. That's kind of almost like a labradorite. They got wash stations there where you can take your stuff and wash it, so you don't leave with a bunch of crap too. So now here again, this is a real translucent piece, which I'm more after. I'm not after the bright blues. I like this crystal-y stuff better to work. It seems to be harder, for one thing, to work with. And it seems to have a better flash. Not that bright blue flash, but it's got a bolder flash. So yeah, crazy. When I say you probably can't even pick that up on there a little bit there. Okay, here's another one that's real. It's just a crystal, and you can just see that, how bright that is, just on that one angle. But yeah, this piece is really really bright. You just got to find it. Nice. Now here's a little guy with some real bright flash. That's a pretty little guy there. Now here's one. This is pretty crystally, and yeah, would you look at that, huh? Wow. And you can just see it. See it on those planes in there. You just got to get that right angle. And yeah. And again, this is a real crystal-y piece. That's why, see, no matter this one, when you get this crystal stuff like this, it seems like no matter what angle, remember on some of them you have to actually be at a certain angle to see it, but these crystally ones, it seems like no matter what direction you look at them, you know, they're staying flashy no matter how you look at it. So that's why I look for these crystally ones like this. That's what I'm looking for. So it's got some pretty good flash in there. As a lot of it does. This one's got more of that silvery gray flash. This crystally is the translucency. You can see how translucent that is. More like quartz. There's a better look maybe. So yes, that's what I look for, is this real crystally looking stuff. That's what I want. You can almost see a green prismatic effect through those two little holes there. That's Jabba the Hutt. And then of course, do you find any big pieces? Oh yeah. There's definitely big chunks out there. And again, this is a real gray, silvery one. It's real hard to see the gray just because it's wet and shiny anyhow. But and this is, like I say, this is a big chunk of the crystally stuff. It's stuck on some big host rock here. You can actually see the half of the host rock. But yeah, so it'll get pretty big. There's some monster pieces. Okay, so yeah, if you watch at the beginning of the video, there's the guy's like standing. He's standing on a piece of this that's as big as a house. Of course, they don't let you go in there and grab some, get a jackhammer and start chiseling off stuff. You know, you're getting the stuff that's you know, the farmers plowed out into the field, but you know, this is what's laying out in the field, so you don't need to get a jackhammer and start hammering. There's a lot of good stuff out there, and again, you can see, and this has got again a lot of gray flash to it that the camera's just not picking up. But again, this is a big clear chunk or clear crystallier. You can see it planing on that different plane there. But right, beautiful. All right, now you can see here, this is not the bright blue Moonstone. I mean, it has some bright blues, got a little bit of purple in there, a lot of grays that the camera's not picking up, but you can see all the flash on there. Really nice piece. Okay, now here's a piece of the real, they say you can see that silver flash. There's a little blue on the end, but you can see, like right there, now you can see that quartz in there. Now, once I cut this apart, you know, sometimes this white quartz, whoa, the white quartz will actually have a blue flash in it too. You can even see the blue hide underneath that cleachy stuff. I don't know, it didn't get this off for some reason, but yeah, nice piece. And here's a big piece. Got some really good flash. And again, you gotta get to the right angle. Oh, piece fell off my hand. But yeah, there's a lot of flash in there. It's a bright blue one. But real big chunk. And of course, this was the prize of the day. This was my best find of the day. You can see this, besides being a crystal, where it's going to flash at every direction. It's very translucent. It's bright blue, and yet it's going to make a nice piece. You can just see the and I don't know if you can actually see in there this silver. It almost looks like a chrome, which is kind of different than the labradite, but it's got that kind of chromey effect. But again, just a beautiful piece. And these are just laying in the field waiting for you to pick them up. You know, that'd be nice to just put on a shelf and just have this as a display piece. But I've got lots of display pieces, so I'm gonna hack this thing up. People probably cry, but that's okay. If you want display pieces like that to sit on your shelf, go to Wisconsin Moonstone, book a trip, get your own. So yeah, so that's that beautiful Moonstone. Hope you enjoyed it. I really like working this stuff. Of course, I wasn't able to stabilize anything because, of course, it's Wisconsin, so the temperature's been in like the 50s. So the stuff I use, Opticon, not sponsored. It's really smelly, so I don't want to be doing it in an enclosed area. I'm sure cactus juice is the same thing too. Not really sure, but wait till it gets a little bit warmer. I can do it outside or at least in the garage and have the garage door open. So yeah, so that's the Moonstone. I did face polish a couple little pieces just to kind of face polish, and they, you know, of course they got some big crevices in it and stuff like that, but just to kind of show you what it looks like. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you next week. Comment, like I say, if you want to do some of that Moonstone picking yourself. They have openings Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Just look up Wisconsin Moonstone LLC on Facebook or Google, and you can hunt that Moonstone yourself. So thanks a lot, everybody. See you next week in a rock room near you.